Welcome to Neosho Basketball, live on kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show for the Neosho Wildcats. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
And good evening, Wildcat fans. John, Jim, and Matt with you, and you hear the band tuning up. We are here for a early Friday night ball game, Jim, where this ball game starts at 6 o'clock tonight.
A little bit early instead of the normal 7 or 7:30, and the crowd's still starting to come in. A lot of folks are just now getting off work, and I know the parents will be here, grandparents will be here, and it is senior night for the Lady Cats. They have 3 seniors that they will be losing due to graduation, and they've had some good careers. And one of the outstanding players for the Cats, John, is Jazzy Washington.
Yes, she is.
She has had a great career. It's hard to believe. You know, we watched her grow up, per se, or get a little taller over the years. She's a nice young lady, a nice family, and we've seen her since her freshman year, and she's done an outstanding job for the Cats. Also, April Barr, we'll miss her, and Haley Smith had an injury. We haven't seen her play this year, but good news about Haley, she has received a scholarship to Calvary University up in Grandview, the Belton area in South Kansas City, so she'll be going up there next year. We're very happy and proud of what she's accomplished, and we've really missed her out on the floor this year with her leadership and her scoring abilities.
Well, you know, we talked about her at the beginning of the year, and Coach Kelsey said, boy, I hope she can get back in. She's an intricate mark about what's going on. She never did make it because of that injury, but her desire to stay, her desire to support the girls, somebody up in that Kansas City area felt like that was worthwhile and gave her an opportunity, and we're certainly glad to hear that now. Also, it is, as we said, it is senior night, and we will just kind of listen for a minute or two because we will recognize, and you can see the girls over there on the other side. They've got all kinds of things to give them, Jim.
I'll let Matt, if you could, pan down there to your left, and that's April Barr. That's number 14 for the Cats. Will be coming out with probably her mom. If you can just kind of follow along right there, they'll recognize her for what she has done this year. April really wasn't a starter for the Cats. She played a lot of JV ball, and she came in off the bench on the varsity and did a good job.
Yeah, she really did, and the thing about April, you could always depend upon her, and she was going to be tough, rough, and rugged, and if you needed someone to get a rebound, she was your girl.
Certainly was. Let's see, I think this is Haley will be coming out next. Haley Smith with her mom. Just 3 seniors on this team, young team.
Yeah, you know, we did this with the boys a while back, and we went ahead and waited until this Friday night. The last ball game of the year, by the way, for the Wildcats, and they're playing the East Newton Patriots, and then we go to district playoffs.
This is Emma's first year to play basketball as she is an exchange student.
And that is an exchange student, Crystal Bodeshell, and she has been on the team much like the young man that was an exchange student on the boys team as well. Didn't see them playing a whole lot, but it's just something that Neosho's done extra to help those kids out.
And just a tremendous opportunity to travel abroad and study abroad. And, you know, this whole school year, John, I don't know, it's flown by. It seemed like yesterday we were doing our first game of the year for the girls back before Thanksgiving over in Seneca.
Yeah.
And here it is 3 months later. This is the last home game and the last regular season game for both these teams. East Newton visiting tonight, and, of course, our Cats.
Now, here's Haley Smith. As we were talking about her earlier, she missed, sadly, her senior year, but there were enough people thought about her and her character and the fact she's a nice young lady and very, very supportive that she is going to get an opportunity to play basketball next year, and we're happy with that.
Some of those injuries you have that just takes some time to heal, and you know, they're going on to college, and you want to be ready for that for next year. Here's Jazzy Washington with her mom and dad. You can see where Jazzy gets her height.
You can, can't you?
Yeah, her dad is probably about 6'5". I bet he was a good ball player in his day.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably was too. And you said something about Jazz a few minutes ago. Let me reiterate, we've got to watch her grow up, basically, and she has just done and done and done and done. We interviewed her in fact, the last ball game, and the interviews that we had from the time she was a freshman until time she graduated this last year have just been amazing interviews and changes, haven't they?
It certainly has. You know, the Cats, the records don't show, but these are some outstanding young ladies, and they'll be the future of the four-state area, not only Neosho or wherever they plan to go and raise families or get in the workforce. So we wish them the very, very best, and it's been quite an honor, John, to get to know some of the coaches and the young ladies, and we wish them well in their future endeavors.
Yeah, we certainly do. This is the pregame show. It's being brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. And as we said, we are playing the East Newton Patriots, the girls edition. Tonight, they're coming in with a record of 15-10. This is the fifth, Jim, new head coach they've had in the last 5 years.
And they're doing well. We'll talk more about that after a quick break.
Yeah, you bet that you're watching the Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org, Women's Health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org, quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics, building relationships, providing great care.
Hi, this is Pastor Mike from Calvary of Neosho, and I want to take a few moments to give you hope today. Are you feeling overwhelmed with the daily struggles of affording rent, paying for groceries, buying gas? I want you to know that there is a God who is big enough to handle all these problems and bring you relief. He wants you to live free from worry and stress. James 4:2 says, "You have not because you ask not." Have you asked God to help you today? For KNEO Radio, I'm Mike Leake.
The Neosho R5 School District is committed to shaping the future, one student at a time. From academics to athletics, we empower our students to reach their full potential, installing values of hard work, teamwork, and integrity. We would like to thank you for tuning in to the broadcast today and cheering on our Wildcats. Our dedicated teachers, staff, and coaches work hand in hand to provide a well-rounded education that prepares students for success. Together, we're building a brighter tomorrow for our community. The Neosho R5 School District, where excellence thrives.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
What does a culture of excellence look like? It looks like her, him, and them. It's where future educators, innovators, lifesavers, and global leaders call their home. It's a place where immersive learning environments can help empower students to command a future in their field. Come experience excellence at Missouri Southern State University.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter Agent Josh Meeker in Neosho and get the insurance coverage you need at the right price.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is Four State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. Four State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at fourstateprinting.com.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy Bridges with the Canopy Church, and I want to take 30 seconds today to encourage you to pray. Because our prayers have the power to move heaven. James 5 says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. When we pray, God listens. When we pray, situations can change. When we pray, miracles can happen. And heaven moves on our behalf, simply because we pray. Take some time today and pray. For KNEO Radio, I'm Jeremy Bridges.
Welcome back to the Wildcat Fieldhouse. John, Jim, and Matt with you, and we've got about 20 minutes before we get this ball game underway. The Neosho Wildcats taking on the East Newton Patriots. Jim, that coach over at East Newton is Ethan Hellig. He was an assistant for our good friend Kyle Fields over there for the boys for about 4 years and was a teacher, but more than that, he was a 2016 graduate of East Newton, so they know him over there pretty well.
That they do. 2016, he's young. He
Yes.
hadn't even had his 10th anniversary high school reunion yet, but nice young man. I had the pleasure to meet him just within the past hour and talked about their district action. They're a smaller school. They'll be playing district action against Monette, a team that is 18-8 on the year, but it's a team that the Patriots have defeated earlier in the season, so it should be a good matchup. They are in a very tough district, just like the Cats. And John, the Cats, on Monday night, we'll have that ball game. We have to face the Kickapoo Lady Chiefs, who have not lost a game this year.
That's exactly right. And they score about 70 a game, too, don't they?
That they do. It's going to be a tough assignment. That's why I'm hoping our Cats tonight can pull one out for the last home game of the year. I'd like to see that, especially for the seniors and the other young ladies on the team.
Yeah, I really would like to see that happen, too. Now, that ball game we will be there from Republic at 4 o'clock. However, because of MSHA requirements, it will be on the MSHA platform, which means that you'll have to pay roughly $10. I think that's what it is, in order to see that ball game. Now, the next night, at the 8:30 ball game, the Neosho Wildcats, the men's edition, we were the number 6 seed, and we'll take on the number 3 seed, which is, by the way, the team we're playing tonight, which is what happened last year.
And Nixa has a good team. They are beatable. They lost just this past week. They lost to Ozark by 1 point, 45-44, but Ozark is a team we've defeated, so you never know. I mean, somebody could have an off night, and we hope Nixa will have an off night, and the Cats will pull one out. Our Cats are no slouch either. The boys are 17-8 on the season, and they've lost a couple of close ball games. Only maybe 2 of our losses have been really what you'd call maybe a blowout, or they really weren't in the contest, but they have been in every ball game right down to the wire.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was an exciting ball game here on Tuesday night when Neosho took on Webb City, and anytime we beat Webb City, it's exciting, and our kids' game was on, and Webb City was not the team that we've known them to be in the past. They certainly were not, and our kids were on, and it was exciting to win that ball game.
It's hard to believe, but the Cats held the Webb City Cardinals to just 13 points in the second half. They won by 21 points, and it was just really an unbelievable victory and a blowout, you might say, because Webb City was not on their A game by any means the other night, and the Cats were, and then some. They give them an A+ for that victory against the Cardinals. But the boys tonight are in Nixa. We're at home tonight against the East Newton Lady Patriots, coming in, as like you mentioned earlier, John, with a record of 15-10. They average scoring 46 points per contest, and they give up about 39. So our Cats average around 33 points a game, but we've got to be on our game as well tonight to pull out this victory.
Yeah, I think we really do, and that was a good point. But, I go back to that first game of the year when we went over to Seneca. We scored 59 that night. There's no reason we can't do that again tonight.
We had a good opening, and then we had kind of a downspell, but the Cats have come alive here in recent weeks and been in some ball games. We played well against Carthage. I talked to the coach it was last week, and I complimented her, and I said, excuse me, the press that you applied on Carthage that night really created a lot of turnovers, which led to more points for the Cats, and hopefully they can do that tonight. The thing about this East Newton team, John, they are young. There's 3 sophomores and 2 juniors that will be starting, and there's not a senior on the team, so they're building for next year as well. So they'll be tough not only this year in districts, but next season.
You know, that's true. And get this, last year they were 9-17. They did not graduate a person from last year's team. So these girls have been playing together for a long time.
Well, you know what, and that last year they had a lot of these girls that are playing tonight were freshmen. So they've gained a year's experience. So you give them a couple of more years, watch out. They could be spelling a dynasty in the Big 8 Conference.
Now, this is the pregame show, and it's being brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. We're going to take a quick time out, and then we'll be back. You're watching the Lady Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
We all live in earthquake zones. Sometimes things in our world are shaken by forces we can't control. It might be one of those times in your life right now. Life's quakes remind us how breakable and vulnerable we are. You were made for a relationship with Jesus Christ. Only through Him can you be safe for all eternity. He proved it by His blood when He died on the cross to pay for every sin you've ever committed. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM.
Today's sporting event is being made available for your family by Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rental, located just off Highway 49 at the Carterville exit by Casey's. Open Monday through Friday and Saturdays till noon with rentals of outdoor construction equipment and even attachments for your machines. Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rentals is a proud supporter of today's game. 417-317-4995.
Compton CPA Group PC, located at 112 Northwood in Neosho, is a full-service accounting firm and is proud to support the Neosho Wildcats. Compton CPA Group PC can assist you at every stage of your financial life and help you work toward your financial goals. From tax preparation to bookkeeping services, Compton CPA Group PC has you covered. For all your tax and business affairs, call 417-451-2932 or learn more at ComptonCPAGroup.com.
This moment didn't start here. It started with showing up. For the dreamers, the doers, and those just beginning. For life's biggest milestones and the quiet ones that shape us. Real community shows up when no one's watching. Because that's when it matters most. In the big moments, the small ones, and everything in between. First Community Bank is here for you.
Looking for extra space near Neosho? At 86 Mini Storage, we offer secure open parking for RVs, campers, and vehicles. Plus, we have a selection of storage units that can hold whatever you need. Conveniently located in western Neosho with 24-hour access for our customers, and right now, your first month is free. To find out what spaces are currently available or request a unit, visit 86ministorage.com or call 417-621-1601.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
And welcome back. We are about 12 minutes yet before the ball game is ready to go. Jim, one of the things about Coach Helling, he said being from East Newton, he said people know me, they know I'm from East Newton, and they know I'm here because I want to be.
And that means a lot, you know. I mean, you've got your roots there and you believe in the program. It takes time to build a program, and that's what the coach has done this year. And if he comes back next year, he's got a good group of young ladies. And, you know, there's going to be some down years in high school and college. You never know what you're going to get. It's kind of like a box of chocolates. And but if you got the talent, you can work with that. And have them develop into a good, solid team, you're going to have some great results. And that's what they have done this year. 15-10 on the year for East Newton. And once again, they play Monette in district competition next week. Looking on their schedules, they have won 4 games in a row. So they were just playing at 500 ball there not too long ago, but they have won 4 in a row. And they've some of those victories coming against some very tough competition. And then they lost some games. Maybe they were in, but they lost at the very end. So we'll see what happens tonight. The Cats, I know they'll have a good game from Jazzy. Hannah White, she's going to be a good one. She is just a freshman, and she'll use her height to the advantage today. And we'll just see what happens this evening and have fun with this ball game.
I think it's going to be a great, great ball game. And as you said earlier, we've been watching these girls all year long, and they are getting better all the time. They started out, and it just became real, real difficult, and they've worked at it. And Jazz said when we interviewed her the other night, we're doing the things that we worked on in practice, which is vitally important. So we'll do that. We're going to take another time out. This is the pregame show. We will be back. We'll have the keys to the Cats and the starting lineups and much, much more. The pregame show is being brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. We'll be right back after this.
This moment didn't start here. It started with showing up. For the dreamers, the doers, and those just beginning. For life's biggest milestones. And the quiet ones that shape us. Real community shows up when no one's watching. Because that's when it matters most. In the big moments, the small ones, and everything in between. First Community Bank is here for you.
So, you believe in God. That means you'll go to heaven, right? Well, that depends on how you define the word believe. Billy Graham.
The Bible says the devil believes and trembles, but the devil's not going to heaven. You can believe in God. You can believe in Christ. You can believe in the church. You can believe in the Bible, but that won't get you to heaven. It's more than that. The word believe means to commit. It means to surrender. I'm asking you tonight to commit, to stand on, to receive Christ as your Lord and your Master and your Savior. Let Him forgive the past, give you a new dimension of living. Write your name on the book of life. Make sure you're going to heaven.
If you're ready to take that step and believe that Jesus is your Savior, let's talk now at 855-255-PRAY. 855-255-PRAY. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook/Calvary of Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
And welcome back to Friday Night Basketball on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network. East Newton Lady Patriots taking on the Lady Cats of Neosho. Time now for Keys for the Cats, sponsored by your State Farm agent Eric Norris in Neosho, located at 437 West Kohler. Eric and his team offer a wide variety of insurance services for both you and your business. You can always learn more online at ericnorrisinsurance.com or by calling 451-6666. And now with Keys, here's John.
All right, Jim, keys to the Cats. Number one is C, and it means to compete. This ball game tonight is one to wrap it up, and we are going to go to play district playoffs. And we've said all along that there's actually two seasons. There's the season we have right now, and then there's the season to come up, which is district playoffs, which is one and done. We need to compete. We need to have fun, and we need to do what we know we can do. We can compete, and we can compete well with just about anybody. And as we said, this East Newton team is coming in. It may very well be a ball club that we can compete a little bit better with, so we're excited about that. A stands for accurate passes. We've got to have accurate passes. We've said all year long one of our biggest issues has been the full court press, and that full court press has hurt us because we've got a little bump fuzzle. We've been doing a better job of that. We really have. We haven't had near the turnovers that we've had in the past. If we can get the ball down to our end of the court, we can set up and run the offense, then that opens up some really good opportunities for us, both on the inside and the outside as well. T, let's take the ball game to them, and then let's don't stop. Sometimes when the press is on, we get stuck in a corner and we stop. That is the worst thing for us to do, and we're getting better at that as we have our teammates know where they need to be, because once we stop, we pick up the ball, then the other team's wide open for a trap, and that can hurt, except there is somebody wide open. We just want to be ready for that. So let's run the offense the way we know how to run it and not look back. And then the S, let's stay in position. We've got our bigs out there. They've done a great job of rebounding. As we said the other night, Jazz had 12 rebounds and Hannah had 7, and she wasn't even in the ball game the whole time. She was back off and on. We have the ability. Let's try to shoot a three-ball or two. Let's get some open looks. Our girls are in place to be in position to get the rebounds and put the ball back up. And if we do that, then that'll open up the inside a little bit more.
That's some good words of advice right there, John. Thank you. Keys to the Cats brought to you as always by your State Farm agent, Eric Norris in Neosho. Give him a call throughout the week at 451-6666. And John, you're absolutely right. We have seen so much progress for the Lady Cats throughout the year from that first game, but they still make some mistakes. Everybody's going to make a mistake out there in the heat of battle, but they've come a long, long way, and just a nice group of young ladies. And of course, we wish them well in district competition, and of course next year, all the same.
We've got about 3 minutes left. Why don't we just go on into the starting lineups, and then we'll come back and we'll take a quick break. We'll honor our country with the national anthem, and we'll get this ball game underway.
Let's do that for the East Newton Patriots, coming in with a record of 15 wins and 10 losses. They are led by sophomores and juniors. There's not a single senior on this team. They're led by number 1, Colby Reinhardt, a sophomore. Number 2, Sylvia Larson, also a sophomore. Number 5, Haley Cook, a junior. Number 15 is Maggie Marion, a sophomore. And number 34 is Lila Cisse, a junior. Once again, that's a look at East Newton. Now here's John.
Yeah, for our Neosho Wildcats, coming in with a record of 3-22. Head coach is Kelsey Witt. She is assisted by Gwen Osborne and Joe Daniel. We'll start off with a sophomore. Jolie Bond wears number 13. She hit a 3-ball the other night. That makes me even more convinced, Jim, we can do that when we want to. A junior, Journey Burkhart, who has very capable hands as well to get the ball across. Then there's another junior, Brooklyn Crandall. She'll be wearing number 5 tonight. And our two bigs, starting with the senior, Jazz Washington, wearing number 11, and the freshman, Hannah White, wears number 44. So we will be ready to get this ball game going in just a few minutes. Jim, looks like we're getting a pretty good crowd here, doesn't it?
We are. A lot of folks are starting to come in from East Newton, and of course it's an early ball game. Starts at 6 o'clock. A lot of folks are just getting off work and making their way over here, but it's good to show the support for both East Newton and Neosho. And these are two teams that, they're just 10, 12 miles apart from each school. And a lot of folks here know each other, have grown up together, and they shop together, and, they're friends and family. And so it should be a good contest tonight between East Newton Lady Pats at 15-10 and our Lady Cats coming into this ball game.
Let's take one more time out, and then we'll be back, and we'll be ready to honor our country with the national anthem. You're watching the Lady Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
And we're about ready to get the national anthem underway. Everybody's in place, and the award-winning Neosho Marching Wildcat Band
Welcome to the
will present the national anthem for us.
varsity basketball contest between the visiting Patriots of East Newton and your Lady Wildcats. At this time, please rise and remove your caps for the presentation of our national anthem by the award-winning Neosho High School Band.
Jim, we have really been blessed to have the band here, certainly the latter part of the season. Of course, they were busy out in competition the earlier part, but you can, just by that little ensemble right there, you can see why they are award-winning, can't you?
They do a tremendous job, and they play some old music that we remember. Matt doesn't recall that or anything, but music from 50, 60 years ago, we would remember some of those tunes.
Yeah, we sure do. And we love them, and we thank him for that, don't we?
We certainly do. Lady Pats being introduced at this time. John, it's hard to believe this is the last regular game of the season. I don't know what the past 3 months have just flown by, and a lot of memories from this year, and it's not the record the Lady Cats would like to have had, but they have made progress, and they're going to go on and they're going to continue to improve in the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. And there's a Journey Burkhart. She's a junior. She'll be a senior next year. She'll be back here with us. In fact, well, there is Haley Smith. Now, that is reasonably exciting because she is in a position to be able to do that.
Wearing number 11, give it up for Jackson Washington.
And Coach Witten doing exactly what you would expect her to do with the response for her seniors, is giving them an opportunity to start the ball game.
Neosho, give it up for Emma Ramazani.
And there we go. Basically all seniors that are out there except for one, Journey Burkhart. And we will get this ball game underway here in just a minute. Now, it's going to be interesting. We just announced those people, and then some of them are going to go ahead and sit down, and we've got some other people out there. It looks like it's going to be Jazz, and she is going to be, that's a long pigtail out there, Jim. I can't tell exactly who that is she's going to be teeing it up against. That is number one, and that is Reinhardt.
But I like to see Hannah out there as well. She's just a freshman. We do have the height advantage, and it should be a good contest.
And the ball goes to the Cats. And Burkhart comes down across the timeline. The Cats are setting it up. Their offense to run, and here goes Burkhart in. There's a 3 ball from Jolie Bond. It does not go, and it is rebounded by number 2, Larson.
And the Cats get back on defense.
Get it back at the top of the key, and they almost threw that ball out of bounds. Jim, I believe the Cats are in their man-to-man defense.
That they are, underneath the basket.
Yes, we did. We saw those long arms, didn't we? There is a 3 ball that goes up, and Burkhart comes down with the ball.
Yeah, East Newton is a very athletic team, and they'll apply some pressure on the Cats, I'm sure, as time goes along in this ball game.
Yeah, they're going to say that ball came off of Hannah White, but that was one of those give-and-go deals where the Cats were down in the corner, and now the Cats are going to put on that full-court press you talked about, Jim.
And they've worked that quite well in the past couple of ball games, something they've long overdue, and I know they've worked on that in practice the past couple of weeks.
They have. The ball goes over, tries to get it around to the inside, and it's going to Karam, I believe, off of Washington, and East Newton will have the ball.
Good hustle. I like to see that they have Hannah underneath the basket, her and Jancy both, and use those long arms to their advantage.
Yeah, they were trying to set up for the 3 ball, and the Cats were right there. Cisse got the ball all the way out to the top. So East Newton will set it up again.
Neither team has yet to score.
There was the 3 ball opportunity right there. Cats did a good job of getting a hand in. Jazz Washington comes up with a rebound.
East Newton, a very disciplined team, and they took some time off the clock trying to find the open person.
And there we saw the long arms of Hannah White playing up at the top of the key. There's a 3 ball from Brooklyn that does not go, and Cisse gets the rebound.
Cats are back on defense, still in the zone.
Working the top of the key. They put different people up there. Get the ball to Cisse over on this far side. White stops her there. Rebound that time by number 15, Marion. And there it is from Cisse, and it's a 3 ball, and it's good.
First 3 points of the ball game. She shot that from downtown.
Yes, she did. And now East Newton's putting on a little bit of a full-court press themselves. Cats get the ball across. Crandall up at the top of the key. And there's a 3 ball herself from Burkhart that does not go. And that rebound is number 5, Cook.
And on transition.
And there's a walk. She just drug that foot a little bit, didn't she?
She did. I like the way they're playing Hannah down in the low post. If they can just get the ball to her or to Jazzy, they can put it up for an easy layup.
Yeah, and that's what we've seen him work on, and we may see some more of that. The ball was just thrown away that time.
Yeah, ill-advised pass for sure.
Oh, nice job by Bond, but she's going to get a foul, and that's going to be on Larson. She'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, 2 young ladies, Journey Burkhart and Jolie Bond, can shoot the 3s. They just need the opportunities to do more of that.
Yes, they do. There's the first one. It's up and good. Score now is 4-0 in favor of East Newton. 4:43 left in the first period of play. There's the second one. It's up and good too. Let's keep an eye on her. We probably don't want her shooting fouls towards the end of the game, Jim.
Nothing but net. The Patriots average 46 points a contest. They give up about 39. So the Cats have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, nice job that time just getting the ball, and there's a foul. Hannah White got the ball and got it back outside.
You know, it wasn't a pretty play, but, you know, Journey's good at doing anything to try to draw the foul underneath the basket. And she'll go to the line and shoot two.
Yes, she will. She and Jolie, either one can go to the line and shoot. And there's the first point of the game for the Wildcats.
It's hard to believe Journey is junior this year.
There's the next one. It's up and good, too.
Oh, that
Score's now 5-2 with 4.5 minutes left in the first period.
Cats doing a good job. Hope to create a turnover with that full court press.
Yeah, there's another three ball that was wide open, but the long arms of the law. White picks up the rebound.
Hannah right there at the perfect time.
Crandall is going to come to the hole, and White gets it picked up, and it does not go.
Hannah had the opportunity right there.
And that's going to be number 2 picked that up. That's Larson. 7-2 in favor of East Newton. And there's a foul. And that's going to be on number 5. She just kind of jumped right in the middle of Jazz that time and pushed her out of the way.
John, a game like this, they're going to start putting some subs in to kind of give these girls a rest. And I'm sure tonight, both coaches, last game of the regular season, like to have everybody get into play because it's kind of a good tune-up for district action next week. Cats have a tough assignment against Kickapoo. That game time, 4 o'clock, Monday afternoon in Republic.
Yeah, you know, there's a real fine line there, Jim. We want to get everybody in, give them a chance to play to get that tune-up, but we don't want anybody hurt in the process either.
Well, the ball overthrown. Journey trying to get it into Jolie, but tossed it out of bounds on the far side.
Yeah, Cece's going to stand there and bring the ball in, and there is a 30-second timeout. We'll take that timeout also. Neosho School District, People's Bank of Seneca, Missouri State University, Dig Right Equipment Center, Compton CPA, First Community Bank, 86 Mini Storage, ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. All of those are sponsors tonight. Get a chance to go by and tell them how much you appreciate what they've done literally all year long for us. And they first started off with football and softball, and now they're doing basketball. And here in just about another half month, Jim, they'll be doing baseball.
And I hope the weather holds up today. It was a beautiful day to be outside. Temperatures in the 70s, then chance of rain all next week, and we desperately need rain here in the 4 states.
Well, we really, really do. And I'll tell you, the way the wind has been blowing, there's been a red flag warning. There's not allowing any burning whatsoever, and it's easy to see why. Cats in the full court press.
Hey, they're doing a good job with that. They've missed some good scoring opportunities early in the contest.
Cece gets the ball across, and they gets the ball back over to her. She hit a 3-ball a while ago. Just passing it around. There is a ball inside. Nice job that time by Drake, and then by Hannah White in order to get the rebound. They'll get the ball to Jolie Bond, and she's across the top of the line.
And knocked her loose again. Oh, had to be a travel.
Yeah, it sure will.
Trying to work the baseline and just didn't cooperate and took one too many steps. Cats not playing bad ball. They're down by 5, John, but they're still in this by all means.
Ellen Marion is in the ball game for East Newton. You're right, they're not playing bad ball. We've had some opportunities. Just looks like there's a lid on the top of the basket, Jim.
Yes, it's not letting them drop for sure for the Cats as yet.
You know, they're not going to let Jolie Bond shoot the 3-ball, that's for sure, and get the ball into Hannah White. And she gets it back out, gets it over to Washington. Washington gets it into Bond, and she puts it up.
Nice play. Jolie, one of the smallest players on the court. Wow, looky there.
Jazz not only gets that, she turns around and jumps it, and just like that, the score is 6-7 in favor of East Newton.
And a good hustle by the Cats.
Nice job of stealing the ball that time, wasn't it, Jim?
They did. They'll get arrested for that, pickpocketing out there.
Yes, they will. Coach is a little bit animated over there, telling everybody to get around. That ball just kind of spun around, and that's going to be a foul on Drake. And you know, if there's a good foul, that was probably it, because she's going to make her go to the line. That is Drake's first foul.
We've seen Aspen play very well this year.
That first one is up and good.
I can't tell the number of the ponytails covering
either.
The young ladies for East Newton.
I believe that is Reinhardt. And I don't know that for sure, but she made them both. That's right, she sure did.
Her first 2 points of the evening. And East Newton extends their lead to 9-6.
They fall back into a half court, get the ball inside, and Drake is having to fight for it, but she gets it back and gets it over to Burkhart.
Good opportunity for the Cats right here. Knocked away.
Well, so far East Newton has done a really, really good job of keeping Hannah White out of the ball game as far as scoring is concerned. Cats can make that adjustment because Jazz can shoot the ball as well. She saved for a three, then she does not. She thinks she's going to go in, but that doesn't happen. There's one that is not going. It's an air ball. Cece puts it up, and now White gets the ball. And a nice block by Hannah White that time.
Good hustle by Hannah. It's kind of tripping the defense up a little bit, or the good defense for the Cats, to putting Jazzy up at the top of the key.
Yeah, most certainly. In fact, we did that with a full court press. That's how Jazz picked up her 2 points a while ago. There's a ball into White, and it's up and good.
Hannah's first 2 points. 1 point game under a minute to play in the first period.
And the Cats get the ball back.
Cats need to just take their time.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. Let's set up and let's make a 3-ball. What do you say?
That would work.
And they get the ball into White, and she is fouled.
Hannah, I didn't know if she had taken one too many steps, but
that looks like that's on 25. And that is Marion. That is her first foul.
Not a shooting violation.
27.9 seconds left. Cats are in a good position to go ahead. There's a 3-ball and it's up and no good, but Jolie Bond comes up with, well, now we're fighting for it, and it's going to be a jump ball. And the ball is going to go to East Newton. Yeah, that was the shot that we were looking for right over here by Burkhart, and she was able to square up, had plenty of time. That ball just didn't go.
Yeah, East Newton has the opportunity to go for the last shot of the period.
Reinhardt down across the timeline. Gets the ball over to Sitze, and there's a 3-ball, and it does not go. And Burkhart comes up with a rebound.
And here comes the Cats in transition.
Hannah comes up with it. She puts it up, and it does not go. My goodness. And that'll be the end of the first period of play. The East Newton Patriots 9, the Neosho Wildcats 8. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
And we're ready to start the second period of play. Jim, the Cats were down at one time 7-2 and came back, and now they're down by 1 point, 9-8, and we're getting ready to bring the ball in.
They're playing good defense. They've missed some good opportunities on offense. They just need a basket right here.
And Jazz had the ball just taken away from her, and there's number 2, but she does not get it because Hannah White picks up another block.
Good defense, and that came from the smallest person on the court, Miss Jolie.
Yes, it did.
As she snuck up behind her and knocked that ball loose.
Trying to get the ball inside, and it does not go, and here comes East Newton.
Oh!
Yeah.
Hannah tripped and...
Well, that is number 33 that's in the ball game, and that is Sydney Jacobs. 11-8 in favor of East Newton.
Scoreboard put the points on for the Cats.
That ball was just thrown away, and East Newton will bring it in. The Cats are going to stay back and stay in their full court press.
John, one of the simple mistakes they continue to make is trying to throw the ball across the court.
Yeah,
it is. And it gets knocked away probably 90% of the time. And they continue to do that, and that has hurt the Cats this year.
Okay, the Cats are going to get the ball now. Reinhardt had it, and she stepped out of bounds over there on this side, so the Cats will bring it in. Cats have got an opportunity to get within one or even tie the ball game up. Jazz Washington over in this corner. Back out to Drake at the top of the key. Jazz goes all the way over, gets the ball back to Drake. Drake brings it back out.
You don't want to get trapped in the corner.
No, you don't. And that ball was headed that direction. It came off, caromed off at number 15, and that is Marion, and it'll be the Cats' ball.
John, you know, when they get trapped in the corner, they have nowhere to go. You can't see the field, and they throw the ball, and a lot of times that's where you create a turnover, not in your favor.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We talked about that earlier, getting trapped in that corner, and they get the ball into White, and it's up and good.
Nice shot by Hannah.
Now that is what we've been looking for. The Cats are doing a good job, down by 1. And the East Newton coach is going to call timeout. Looks like it is going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll thank some more of our sponsors. We want to thank the Neosho Daily News, Crowder College, Eric Norris, he's your State Farm agent, Joe Ringstaff with Edward Jones, First Free Will Baptist Church, Family Market, Josh Dodson, he's your Farm Bureau agent, Affordable Propane, and the Show Me Real Estate. We are so glad to have you all as sponsors. Thank you so much. We appreciate you supporting the Neosho Wildcats in our school district. Jim, it's a pretty close ball game.
It's a good ball game, and the Cats are playing good defense. They're down by just 1 point here in the second period. If it continues and they get a few breaks and create and solve some of these little minor problems, I think they'll do well the rest of the way.
Well, East Newton is going to bring the ball in, and Jazz Washington is standing right there close to young Miss Marion, and she finally gets the ball across the timeline. And the junior Cook had the ball at the top of the key. They pass it back around. And Cook's on the inside. Nice job by Jolie Bond.
Oh
my goodness.
That looked like the Pats
it did, didn't it?
Out. Yeah.
It did, but that was a nice job of breaking that up by Jolie. So Reinhardt and Cisse is back in the ball game for East Newton.
East Newton, a well-disciplined team. There's a long shot.
And it's good. Ooh. And there's going to be a foul called on the play. And that was Larson that made that 3 ball, and she'll go to the line, and she will get to shoot one more. And that foul was on Hannah White.
And the officials discussing it right now, but she was pushed as she was shooting and had just released the ball.
And, well, you know, what are we going to say here?
Well, the basket counts.
The basket counts, but it should not be East Newton's ball then, should it?
I would not think. You'd think she would go to the line to shoot one, but
for whatever reason, East Newton's got the ball, and they're coming back again. Cisse at the top of the key.
Cisse's made a couple tonight, or There's another.
There's Reinhardt shooting a 3-ball, and Drake comes down with a rebound.
Aspen's played good defense this year. She hustles. She plays with intensity. I guess I'm looking for the right word.
Yeah.
She is always
a fighter.
hustle. Yeah, and that's what the Cats need. She's a good spark plug for this team, and hopefully she'll be back next season as well.
That was the first team foul. That was on Larson. Each team has got one foul in the second period of play, and the Cats have got the ball. You know, they're pretty content to just throw the ball back and forth a little bit. Brooklyn Crandall in the ball game now, and they're saying she was pushed, and that's going to be on number 5, I believe. That'll be the second team foul. That is on Cook. No, it was on Reinhardt. I'm sorry.
Cats did a much better job getting it away from being stuck in the corner.
Yeah. Drake at the top of the key. She gets it over to Jolie Bond. Back to Craig over in the corner. Here's the 3-ball from Bond, and it bounces around. Boy, it was rough underneath there that time, but it's going to be Neosho's ball.
We could have used that. Jolie had her feet set, and she was ready to go for 3 from the top of the key, but it just would not drop.
Okay, Jolie Bond's going to inbound the ball over to Aspen Drake, and we'll get it back into Jolie. And it comes back to Hannah Watt, or not Hannah, but Washington. And the Cats are doing a pretty good job of just keeping the ball going, aren't they, Jim? And there's another foul.
Good hustle by the Cats. And if you can just keep drawing the fouls, and you'll soon go to the line. That's the 3rd team foul this period.
And that one is on Haley Cook, the junior. That's her first.
Low-scoring affair. Good pass. That's...
Nice job that time. Burkhardt broke it, or not Burkhardt, but Reinhardt broke it up, and it went out of bounds. There's a 3-ball.
Boom! Nice one.
That's what we've been looking for.
Still back to a 1-point game. Jolie's journey has found her range from the right wing.
She has almost got a steal that time. And that ball's put up, and Jazz Washington comes down with the rebound.
You know, East Newton's missed so many simple shots tonight, and they really, besides just a couple of trays, they really haven't made any good points inside the paint.
No, they really haven't. Cats just kind of passing the ball around, being comfortable with it. Bond up at the top of the key. Over to Burkhardt. And throws the ball to Jazz, and she can't keep the handle on it.
Yeah, just slipped right through her fingers down in the corner.
Now, Cisse is going to bring it in. The Cats are in their full court press mode.
John, would you holler down there and tell Jazzy to get out of the corner? That's caused some problems tonight.
Oh, there's a 3-ball opportunity, and it's good. And that is Larson.
Yeah, she's getting hot.
She scored an average of 9 a game last year, so she knows how to shoot the ball. There's no doubt about it.
She's had 2 trays already in this ball game. Cisse's had the other.
Yeah. Cats are trying to draw a foul that time, and there's a jumper by Jazz, and it does not go. And Crandall tries to come up with it, but she doesn't. The ball caroms over to Marion. Reinhardt brings it across the top of the key. East Newton set up. The Cats are in the more of a zone right now, Jim.
And their Pats are doing a good job of moving the ball around, waiting. There's the long shot.
That's not going to go, but that was rebounded by number 15, and there's another 3-ball. That one doesn't go either, and that is going to be a push, and I think that is going to be on Cisse.
And that'll be the 4th team foul in the period. One more, and the Cats will be in the bonus situation.
Yeah, Hannah White back in the ball game. Jolie Bond out. We picked up a few inches there, didn't we? The tallest girl in the ball game substitutes in for the shortest.
Cats, this important possession right here. 3.5 minutes to go in this.
Get the ball into White, and she hangs on to it, and she gets it back out. There's a 3-ball. Boom! There we go. There is another one. And the Cats are within 1 again.
Cats we've been waiting for a night like this.
There's a 3-ball that's in, does not go.
Good possession, good defense.
Nice job.
She
and
traveled.
There's a walk, yeah. But I tell you what, you're right. That was Anna White did a great job defensively that time, didn't she?
That they did. Brooklyn grabbed the ball, took one extra step, but she was kind of falling forward, and it's hard to keep her balance with the ball, but good defensive effort by the Cats all the way around.
Marion back in the ball game. In fact, one Marion for another one. The other Marion sister sits down. Cisse brings the ball in, and nice job by Burkhart that time. And she's going to come down and go all the way, and it does not go, but it's going to be the Cats' ball.
Oh, I thought there was almost a walk down there on the baseline, but
well, it was close, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was faster than the Mr. Dobson, one of the refs out there, could get down and scout that out.
Jazz Washington, there's a 3-ball, and it goes too. Holy cow! Burkhart is hot tonight. 19-17, the first lead of the ball game for the Wildcats.
And
she walked, yeah. That was Larson that time. That's what happens when you try to hurry things up. Number 33 is going to come into the ball game, and that is Jacobs. And Cisse will go out.
John, this is one of the best nights we've seen from Journey. She has 11 points already in the contest. And we've been waiting for this all season.
Yes, we have. It's going to be another 30-second timeout, so we want to thank some more of our sponsors. Family Market, Josh Dodson, he is your Farm Bureau agent. Edgewood Bowl, Show Me Realty, Chapman Sawmill, and Hardwood Lumber. Free Market Physician, Healthcare, Tally Tire, the law offices of Woods and Peterson, Numac Electric, Sports Locker, KSN, KODE. Make sure you thank all of those people. We certainly appreciate what they do for us. It allows us to bring a ball game to you like this. Cats are up for the first time in the ball game. The score is 19-17, 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Jim, the Cats are doing a pretty good job, and Journey Burkhart probably having the best ball game she's had all year.
They're playing great defense, and their shooting has vastly improved tonight. And thanks to the 3-ball from Journey, it's kept us into the game. Hannah trying to come up with that rebound.
Yeah, and Washington comes up with it, and she gets it over to Drake, and she puts it up for 2.
Cats extend their lead by 4, 21-17.
Now, there was a walk there that was not called, but Cats are doing a good job of keeping East Newton at bay. They're trying to get the ball across the top of the key or the line, and they do. There was a nice pass, but it went out of bounds. Number 33, Jacobs, could not handle it.
Well, the Cats need to stay on the attack right here. This is an important basket to kind of put them over the hump.
We talked about being competitive, and that is certainly what they're doing. Number 15's into the ball game. That is Maggie Merrigan. And number 33, which is Jacobs, will sit down for a minute.
Well, the Cats have the luxury to take a little bit of time off that clock and still score a basket.
Yeah, they really do. Cats are hanging on to the ball, and they get the ball inside to Hannah, and she puts it up, and it does not go. And Reinhardt comes down with a rebound.
They had 4 Lady Cats all over that ball, and there's a foul.
Yeah, and that is going to be on number 22 tonight, Brooklyn Crandall. She's wearing 22 because
Haley Smith.
Yeah, Smith was called out and introduced as a senior, so that is Brooklyn's foul, number 22, and that is her first. And the Wildcats have got 2. Minute 28 left. East Newton has 4.
Plenty of time for both teams to score a point or two before the halftime.
Yeah, looks like that ball was almost taken away by Washington.
And here's the keep away right now, just to kill the clock.
And right now, that's fine with us. You know, I think that's what we would like to have happen. Have them take all the time off the clock they want, and we go in at halftime with the lead. Hannah White, those long arms, and there's a foul finally called on Hannah.
She held her ground. That's all she could do, and good defensive effort by Hannah.
Well, that is her second foul, and that is the third team foul.
And coach is stating her case, saying, well, the girl turned into Hannah and created that foul, and Hannah had her feet planted, but ref said otherwise.
Yeah, that's right. The ball goes to Marion, back over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt over to number 2, back to Reinhardt at the top. Marion at the top of the key.
Chance need a turnover. Get this ball back. And
they're doing a nice job defensively right now and being very disciplined, Jim. There's a ball inside, and it seems like every time they try to get the ball inside, the Cats are right there on top of them.
Trying to keep away that three-pointer.
And there's a two-pointer that it hits out, and it's beautiful. Wildcats ball.
Off the back of the backboard. Another turnover by the Pats, and the Cats have 25 seconds to make another shot and make it count.
And here's Burkhart across the timeline, the top of the key. And as they're saying, she double dribbled, and the ball will go back to East Newton.
It was almost like it was knocked out of her hands, and she just picked it right back up in rhythm. But
Cece's back in the ball game, and number 25, Marion, is back out.
It's been a good ball game. Cats took the lead.
Yeah, when I say Marion, I'm sorry. I guess I should say Ellie Marion.
Oh,
there's a Maggie and there's an Ellie. I'm sorry.
That there is. And ball knocked out on the near sideline.
Greg did a nice job of jumping right in the middle of that passing lane. 9.4 seconds left. Cats are up 21-17.
Less than 10 seconds to go.
And I think East Newton is set up for some kind of a three ball. And there it is. And it goes! And Haley Cook makes the three ball, and it goes through just as this buzzer goes off. And that is the half. Cats are up by 1, 21-20. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcats Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. State Farm agent Eric Norris and his team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call and saves you time and money. So go for the win and score big savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Eric Norris at 417-451-6666 for more information. And go Wildcats!
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Joe Ringstaff, your Neosho Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Joe Ringstaff is a proud sponsor of the Neosho Wildcats on KNEO. For all your investment needs, call 417-451-7789 or stop by the office at 2502 Lusk Drive, Suite D in Neosho. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
This is Pastor Barry Reel from the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. Though our culture seems to be rejecting the idea of truth, we remain committed to obeying God's Word by speaking the truth in love. We would love to share God's truth and love with you. We're located at 960 Burr Crossing Road in Neosho, and we meet on Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. and then again on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Find us on Facebook at First Free Will Baptist Neosho or call 918-413-5465.
And welcome back to the halftime show brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We have 8 minutes and 20 seconds before we start the third quarter of play. The Cats are up by a score of 20-21 over the East Newton Patriots. And Jim, I can tell you that the Cats right now are winning the rebound game. We have got 8 rebounds to East Newton's 4, but East Newton has stepped in and stolen the ball away from us a couple of times, but we have 2.
Well, the Cats on offense are being led by Journey Burkhart. A couple of nice long downtown trays. She has 11 points. Jolie Bond has 2. Jassy has 2. Aspen Drake with 2. And Hannah White has 4. John, I think in the second half they're going to need to get the ball more to Hannah and Jazzy to score and make those easy layups in the ball game, because you can't rely on the threes the entire game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
On the other side for East Newton tonight, Reinhardt has 2, Larson has 8, Cook has 5, Jacobs has 2, and Cisse has 3. But the Pats have a couple of young ladies, as we've seen, can make the threes. But, defense has been the name of the game. The Cats have done very well. That full court press has worked and creating turnovers, and that's what the coach wants.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. Journey Burkhart is having probably the game of her life, and she's had those 3 trays, and that has got to bring the defense back out and open up that inside. We've just got to be able to get the ball in the hand on a timely manner, or even Jazz.
Certainly, this game is important to both teams. It doesn't matter about standings or district or a conference play, but it's a good tune-up for district action next week. And John, you and I and Matt will be in Republic for the first game. That'll be at 4 o'clock next Monday as the Cats take on the Kickapoo Chiefs. Kickapoo's 26-0, and that's going to be a tough assignment. And, they didn't get to be 26-0 with a bad defense, so it's going to be a tough assignment on Monday. That's why this game is so important, to pull out a victory, give you a little momentum going into that game Monday afternoon. And John, I know it's a Misha game, so there is a cost if you want to watch that game.
Yes, there is. There is a cost to it, but right now, the way the Cats are playing, I believe they can very well give Kickapoo all they wanted and then some. The only person in foul trouble for the Cats, and she's not really in foul trouble, is Hannah White. She's got 2 fouls. Jolie Bond has 1. Brooklyn Crandall has 1. And Aspen Drake has 1. But other than that, nobody in foul trouble except for Maggie Marion over on the East Newton side. She has 2 fouls. Haley Cook has 1. And Lila Sensei has 1 as well. We're going to take another time out and come back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcats Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
Forbes asked, and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Hi, I'm Sam O'Neill with Affordable Propane of Neosho. From setting tanks to refilling them, we offer a full spectrum of service to meet your every need. We serve Neosho and surrounding areas, and we are committed to giving you better service at better prices. Give us a call today, 417-437-8927. Thank you.
Want to know what your home is worth? Stop by to get a free competitive market analysis with Show Me Real Estate of Neosho. They're proud to serve the Neosho area and will stay with you every step of the way, whether you're buying or selling. A family-owned business for over 25 years, Show Me Real Estate of Neosho. 417-451-1700 or by email at gkitchen.showmerealestate@gmail.com. Home of the Happy Campers.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Chapman Sawmill and Hardwood Lumber is located at 17402 Kentucky Road in Neosho. They specialize in custom woodworking, wide plank flooring, and custom sawing. They make headboards, dining tables, coffee tables, and even stairs for a staircase. For more information and see some of their work and get pricing, call 417-438-5507.
Welcome back. About 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. And in case you're just joining us and wanting to know what the hey, this ball game started at 6 o'clock. There was no JV or junior or freshman game, so it was a good opportunity to get these two varsity teams going. That's why we're doing that now. Neosho Wildcats are in Nixon, and they're scheduled to start, Jim, here in just about 15 minutes, and that's going to be a great ball game, too.
Cats need to keep up the attack. They're playing well. Defense, they're getting the rebounds. Hannah and Jazzy are getting the rebounds. But it's always fun to watch Journey and Jolie playing down in the low post. You know, you don't expect them to get down there and get rebounds. It's more of a taller person effort, but they're playing well. And I think the only thing that they really need to work on is Jazzy getting caught in the corner and trying to make something happen in the middle. And when you're trying to throw it over somebody who is much taller than Journey and Jolie, it's a difficult assignment.
Yeah, it really is, and we talked about this at the beginning of the ball game. Getting over in that corner, you've already got two sides against you that you're already being guarded against because there's nothing you can do. That's out of bounds. If they put a couple of more players on you, that makes it that much more difficult.
And you just can't see the full scope of the field or the court, and that's going to create a turnover, and that's what defense is hoping for.
Yeah, we're going to be ready to start here in just a minute or two. In fact, there's 41 seconds left. This is the Neosho Wildcats, the Lady Wildcats. They are up on the East Newton Patriots by a score of 22-21. We invite you to be with us on Monday when the same Neosho Wildcats will be taking on Kickapoo from Republic, Missouri in the Class 6 District 5 beginning of the playoff games. And that ball game, if you'd like to see that, it'll be on the Misha platform, and you can see the link to be able to do that on KNEO Radio. Looks like East Newton will be bringing the ball game in, Jim.
Cats are up by 1. Let's see if they can continue a good start.
Yeah, I think we saw the intensity of East Newton more in the second half, and the reason I say that is they did end up with 4 fouls. There's the first ball into Sensei, and she tried to get it up and didn't go. East Newton comes up with it. She's going to shoot a 3-ball this time, and it doesn't go either. Jolie Bond comes down with a rebound.
Well, the ball just hasn't bounced the way that East Newton would like for it to tonight. They've missed a lot of shots, some that probably should have fallen in there. Just didn't work.
Yeah, absolutely right. Jolie tried to get on the inside, make something happen. It didn't work. She put the ball back at the top of the key. That ball goes into White, and she puts it up and scores.
Nice hustle by Hannah. Gives her 6 points on the evening.
Nice job that time by the Cats to realize, get the ball inside.
Hannah playing good defense in the low post. She's held her spot. And
ball's put up by 5, but Hannah comes up with the rebound, and East Newton trying to knock it out of bounds, and they do. Cats are going to bring the ball back.
Good hustle by the Cats. Another turnover by the Pats, and that's what they want. If they can continue to do this, they're up by 3, just underway in the third period.
Yeah, and we've got our 2 3-ball shooters out there, and you can see the defense coming back out. They're not going to let the girls shoot the 3-ball. And the ball gets into Hannah once again, and she tries to get it out.
Yeah, good effort there by the Pats.
Yeah, and number 2, it's a ball, and great job by Journey Burkhart that time. Boy, I tell you, if we had instant replay and we could see the defense on that, because she hit that ball, it went against number 2, which was Larson, and knocked it out of bounds. So here come the Cats.
Bounced right off the knee of Larson. Cats need to take their time. If they can't shoot the 3, get it into the big girls, the tall girls. Crandall's played good offense this year as well.
There's a turnaround jumper that does not go, and Cisse comes up with a rebound.
Cats have only scored 2 points this period.
And there's the first two by Cisse.
Nice little floater, about 15 foot out.
22-23, Cats up by 1. 5:49 left in the third period of play. Jelly Bond looked like she wanted to shoot the 3 ball, but she got the ball into White, and it was caromed off of Cisse, so the Cats will bring it in.
I thought they had one of the young ladies on Hannah's back, but they said it was a clean hit.
Yeah, but there's the ball into Crandall. She looked like she might want to shoot the 3. Here comes Journey Burkhart again.
Ball knocked away.
Oh, she walked with the ball and got away with it. Nice job by Burkhart to put the pressure on her, but she's going to be called for a foul.
Good hustle by Journey. Ball got away from her. And
well, that is her first foul, Jim.
Not very many fouls against the Cats tonight.
No. East Newton gets the ball back out on the perimeter. Cisse shoots that 3 ball, and it does not go. Well, the Cats struggling for the rebound, did not have position that time. There is another 3 ball, and that one goes. And that was Larson.
Larson for another. She has 11 points. She has 3 trays this evening. That's one young lady you need to be aware of.
25-23 for East Newton. Cats are down for the first time in a while. And here comes Crandall. She was trying to get into the bucket, didn't go. And there's going to be a jump ball, and it'll be Neosho's ball.
Well, Hannah stood her ground. And she
did.
Fight on the floor with Cisse going after that ball.
Drake in the ball game and Crandall out.
Cats need a basket on this possession.
Jolie Bond comes in, that was an ill-fated pass. Gets the ball to Cisse, and wide open is number 2, and that's Larson.
Larson having a good ball game, and there's a timeout on the floor.
And we'll see what kind of a timeout it is. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcats Sports Network.
Healthcare doesn't have to be complicated. At the Free Market Physician in Neosho, you pay just one affordable monthly fee, and that covers all the checkups and routine care you need. No insurance hassles, no surprise bills, just unlimited access to your doctor when you need them. Whether it's a quick visit, telemedicine, or ongoing care, you're covered. Find out how simple healthcare can be. Call 417-312-9499 or visit freemarketphysicians.com. That's 417-312-9499.
Tally Tire at 18152 East Highway 86 is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, and Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457 or online at tallytire.com.
Welcome back. 4:36 left in the third period of play. East Newton has come back strong, Jim, and they're up by a score of 27-23.
They've outscored the Cats 7-2 in this period. They've come back to life, and a few little mental mistakes have been costly for the Cats here in the third period.
Yeah, Coach Whitten did a good job of stopping that thing when we did. But there's a ball that is taken away, and there's going to be a foul. And it's going to be called on Journey Burkhart.
And they were both fighting for the ball, but she was the one that they caught.
Well, that is Journey's second one, and that is also the second team foul.
John, the Lady Pats playing a little more aggressive here in the third period. They're going after the ball, trying to create some turnovers.
Yeah, you know, they started that in the second period when they got 4 fouls, and Jazz Washington gets a little aggressive on her own, and she comes in and makes a score.
Nice play by Jazzy on the steal and put back.
Patriots get the ball across the timeline. Cisse shoots the 3 ball from downtown, and there it goes.
She's hot as well. A couple of trays from Cisse tonight.
30-25 in favor of East Newton. 3:51 left in the third period of play. Cats must answer back, Jim.
They need to just take their time, look for the sure shot.
And that ball, Hannah White gets it. It does not go in. Jazz picks it up. She gets it. Does not go in. And there's a foul.
Well, the fourth time's the charm then. Hannah was fighting for it. She just couldn't get position to make a clean shot. But she'll go to the line for two.
It's Reinhardt that is going to get the foul finally that time.
15 seconds, sending Hannah White to the line for 2 shots.
There's Hannah's first one. It's up and it's no good.
You know, Hannah's had to work throughout the year on her free throws.
Yes, she has.
She's had a tough time from at the line.
She's looking it over. Here comes the second one. It's up. And that one's good.
Nothing but nets. Hannah with 7 points tonight.
26-30 in favor of the Patriots. They finally get the ball across the timeline.
They got her trapped down in the corner.
Try to get the ball to Cisse, but they're right there. There's a 3 ball that is up and no good, and Crandall comes down with a rebound.
Good hustle that time defensively for the Cats, which they needed desperately.
And Crandall has shot a 3 ball or 2 along the way. She gets the ball into White, and that one's up and good.
Nice play. Hannah with 9 goes to the line, a chance to make it a 3-point effort.
28-30, Cats are closing.
Second team foul of the period against the Lady Pats.
Yes, it is. And that one is on number 1. That is her 3rd foul, Reinhardt's. Anna puts this one up, and it's no good.
A little short. She had the line, but just a little short.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot shot, and she went about 14-8.
Yeah, she was close, but no cigar.
Yeah. Nice job by the Cats, and it looks like it is going to be, well, they're trying to decide.
They're both looking.
Yeah, they're both looking.
But looked like she was. They got tripped up. Their feet got tripped. And
well, it did. But the official, it's going to be the Wildcats' ball.
Well, let's take advantage right here. You can tie the ball game with a nice basket. You don't need a 3 at this stage of the ball game. Not yet, anyway.
Got the ball into White, and there's the 3 ball. It's not going to go. And Newton comes up with the ball.
Journey was so close. She has 11 points so far in the game.
I like that play. Yeah, there was a walk right there.
Pivot foot slid just a little bit.
Did. And East Newton continues to try to move the ball around. Cats are right there in their face. Doing a good job defensively, Jim.
They're not letting them have a freebie here.
No, they're not.
Good clean shot.
Over to Marion. Back to Marion again. Back to Jacobs. And that one's up and good.
25 puts it in. That's Ella Marion. There was the shot they were looking for.
Yes, it was.
Off the right wing. She had a good clean shot.
33-28 in favor of East Newton. Less than 2 minutes to go in the third period. Get the ball into Washington. Jolie Bond comes up with it, puts it back up. It does not go, and there's a foul now. And it looks like that's going to be on Hannah White.
She was just over her back, and she didn't have position to grab that ball cleanly.
There's her 3rd foul.
She's going to sit down for a little bit, take a breather. Aspen Drake will come in her replacement.
Yeah, rightfully so. We're going to need her the whole 4th quarter. There's no doubt about it. East Newton bringing the ball across. The Cats are kind of give it a little bit of a spit and a promise, and then they line back up, and they get the ball into Sensei. Nice pass in, but that ball does not go. And Sensei comes up with it, and it's blocked, and Crandall comes down with the ball.
Good takeaway. Good way to stay with the ball. Be aggressive. Let's come down the court and score. Cats are down by 5.
There's a foul, and it's going to be an offensive foul, unfortunately, and that is going to be Burkhart's 3rd.
You know, that could have gone either way, John.
It sure could.
Journey was just fighting for position. and say, "Get out of my face. This is my house here. I'm going to hang on to it." She did, but she got a little too aggressive with the elbows, I guess.
Yes, she did. Well, that is the 4th team foul with 1:12 left in the 3rd period of play on the Wildcats.
This quarters belong to East Newton. There's a long three.
And that one goes. That was by the junior, Holly Cook.
And Cook has 8 points in the game.
36-28 in favor of East Newton. East Newton continues to expand the lead.
They have outscored the Cats 16-7 this period.
And they're saying that Drake walked.
And this is where you don't want to make those mental mistakes, John, because you're heading into the 4th period and you need to have some momentum.
Yeah, we really do. We don't need to go into the 4th period being this far behind. That was a good decision by Coach to take the timeout. So we'll keep it right here. Looks like the band is getting ready to come back in, but East Newton has come out and they've hit 1, 2, 3, 4 three balls in this period, and the Cats just can't seem to make the ball go down.
No, they have not. The band's coming back, and I didn't know. Matt, could you ask him if we could have some of that popcorn?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the fun thing about coming to the ball games, the smells and just a fun time. It's a good social event for everybody involved, both from East Newton and Neosho.
40.2 seconds left in the 3rd period of play, and the Cats are down by 8 right now. They're falling back into their half-court defense. Sisse is on the outside now. She's been playing down on the inside in the paint. It looks like that they're going to try to set up for a 3-ball somewhere.
And they'd like to go for that last shot.
Well, Burkhart had it for just a minute. Nice job. 14 seconds left.
They're going to shoot. They need to hurry.
Yeah, I'd say maybe it's going to be number 5 that takes it. No, she's not going to take the shot. She doesn't get the opportunity, and there's a 3-ball, and it goes! And that was Larson. Well, the score is 28-39, and we'll be ready to start the 4th quarter here in just a minute. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
The law offices of Wood & Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
Welcome back. We start the 4th quarter. The Cats are down by 11 thanks to a 3-ball by the junior Holly Cook at the buzzer. And now they're saying that East Newton has traveled, so the ball will go over to Neosho.
Well, it was all East Newton in the 3rd period. They outscored the Cats 19-7. The Cats made a few mental errors, and that's what's cost them so far in that 3rd period.
Yeah, we still don't have Jazz Washington in, but there is a foul. And, Washington is in, I'm sorry, and she'll be going to the line to shoot 2.
Cats need to be aggressive right now the rest of the way. They can't afford to lay back on their laurels because they're still down by 11 points.
Well, there's 3 on Sensei. There's the first one the Jazz puts up, and it's good.
They can get within single digits here in the next minute. They'll be in good shape.
Here's the next one. It's going to be up, and it's good as well. She has just enough arch on that ball, Jim, that it goes in.
Jazzy with 6 points tonight. Cats down by 9.
There's a give and go from East Newton, and boy, did it work good that time. Larson for a 2.
Larson with 18 points, leading the way for the Lady Pats.
Burkhart with the ball over on the far side, trying to get the ball into Jazz, but even Jazz couldn't get that one.
You know, that's just little mistakes and turnovers that takes time off the clock. It's working against the Cats right now, and the Pats have the momentum.
Now they're up by 11, 32-21, and there's a nice shot that comes in, but it looks like the Cats are going to pick it up, and it does. It goes to the Cats. Nice job by Drake that time, Jim, to get position to keep East Newton from getting in to try to get that loose ball.
And a smart move down on the baseline, just let that ball go out of bounds and get that turnover.
Hannah White back in the ball game. Julie Bond's going to sit down for just a few minutes. Burkhart has the ball, and she'll come down across the timeline. She goes through the logo and gets the ball over to, now it's over to Drake. Drake into Washington. She puts it up, does not go. Drake comes down with a rebound, and no, Sensei comes down with a rebound.
Good defense by Jazzy. She's not going to let him have much room. They need to try to keep him from scoring from outside the arc.
Well, the Cats have got to answer back, and there's a ball that does not go in, and Hannah White comes up with a rebound.
That's where Hannah's height comes in to benefit her and the team. Take that ball away.
Got the ball into her that time, and she pivots around and she puts the ball up. It does not go, and it's rebounded by Marion.
Well, it was the right play. It just wouldn't drop.
That's exactly right.
They did everything they were supposed to on that possession.
Well, I tell you, East Newton's got that little give and go that is certainly making the Wildcats pay right now.
And a whistle.
And they're going to say that that's on Drake.
Well, you know, right now the Pats have that momentum, and they have an 11-point advantage where they can take time off the clock and just milk that clock as much as they can.
Yeah, they sure can. That is the second foul on Drake, and that is the first team foul. Each team's got one. And it looks like East Newton has backed the ball back out. Nice job that time, and there was a walk. Nice job by the Cats. We did a little bit of trapping on our own over there, Jim.
Yeah, Cook tried to tiptoe along the baseline, and 1 foot went out of bounds.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No. Cats need to score right here. You get the ball in, kind of into Washington. It goes over her head, and East Newton comes up with it. Burkhart comes back with a steal.
She's waiting for the teammates to get down there to...
Absolutely.
That was a smart move. Get out of the corner.
There's Jazzy, who turned around jumper, does not go. And number 2 comes up with the ball, and she's going to go all the way herself, and it goes in. That is Larson.
Larson with 20 points.
43-30 in favor of East Newton.
Under 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Nothing's dropping for the Cats right now, John.
It's not. That ball, Marion comes up with a rebound. Hannah White was right there, and it rebounded on the other side from her.
Well, the Cats aren't giving up by any means. They're not going to lay down and roll over and play dead. They're going to fight till the very end.
Well, the Cats are right in their face. There's a downtown 3 balls by Sensei, and it goes. I'm not sure that ball wasn't from back in the locker room.
She's had 3 trays tonight.
She has.
That opens a lead by 16.
And Brooklyn decides to try one of her own, so when that one goes.
We'll take that. We needed that one. 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, Larson at the top of the key over to Cisse. Cats almost go for it. There's a jumper that goes right up there in front of the free throw line, and that was Larson that picked that one up. And now we've got another 3 ball that goes up and is no good, but there is a putback, and she will go to the line, and that was Washington. She'll go to the line and one.
Good effort by Jazzy to get her own rebound and put it back up. She can make this a 3-point play. Cats are down by 13. Still a lot of time, but they're going to have to hustle and be extra aggressive here the rest of the way.
Yeah, Sissy's going to take a rest. Jazz at the free throw line. It's up, and it's good.
Jazzy with 9 points. Her final home game in her career.
Yeah, 7 of those points have come in this half, haven't they?
That they have. She's come alive here. Oh, good hustle by Journey.
Yeah. And it's going to be Wildcats ball.
Here's where you need to stay calm and make a basket. You don't need a 3 yet.
Yeah, we do, and there's a timeout. And it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Cats are down by 12, 3:32 left in the ball game, and it's going to be the Wildcats ball.
The Cats need to be extra aggressive and make every possession count to stay within striking distance, down by 12.
East Newton has 2 team fouls, and Neosho has 1. So fouls don't look like, at least at this point, that's going to be an issue. There's a pass clear across court. They get the ball to Journey, and she's fouled.
She's tripped up by number 25. That's Ella Marion.
That is her second foul. And that is the second team foul.
Well, time is against the Cats at this time. They're down by 12 with 3:17 to go.
Yeah, and we're going to try to get our bigs inside, but turn around and get the 3 ball out, and that's 5 seconds, and the ball turns over.
Couldn't find an open person. Just another mental error by the Cats.
Coach Whitten telling the girls, stay down there. Don't let them get across the timeline. And they, of course they do. They get across the timeline with a little bit of difficulty. There's the ball by, and there's another foul. Crandall came down to the ball that time, largely, Jim, because of a good defensive play by Jazz Washington.
Good hustle and to get the rebounds.
Well, that is the team's 4th foul. East Newton just like that with 3:02 left in the ball game.
You know, Journey, hasn't scored here in the second half. She had all 11 points in the first half tonight.
Yes, she did. Well, she's not had a lot of opportunities. Jolie Bond had a chance to post up that time and didn't take it. There's one that she takes, and it's up and no good, but there's no cat around it in order to rebound.
She had to hurry with that shot.
And Jazz Washington takes it, and Journey comes up with it and puts it in.
There's what we need. Cats down by 10.
2:26 left in the ball game. Cats are continuing to, they've got fouls to give. They're going to have to foul someone here pretty quick. They're taking too much time off the clock.
They'll just
nice job. By Hannah White to be defensive. There's a walk, yes.
Everybody in the crowd knew that. Larson took one too many steps.
Yeah, she did.
But, John, they took some valuable time off the clock, which they can't get back.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the Cats have got fouls to give. We needed to be fouling somebody. Get the ball into Journey. Journey gets it over to Jazz, and the Cats pick up the loose ball. And looks like there's going to be, no, there's not a scrum.
And a whistle.
And I'm not sure what that one's on. We'll see.
The foul's on Neosho's number 13, Jolie Bond.
Jolie's.
17 seconds. Checking in for East Newton, number 34.
Not a shooting violation, but
no.
John, the Cats have played so well in that first half. In the second half, they've been outscored.
Yeah, they have. And there's a long three ball that goes.
Larson is hot. She has 25 points tonight.
Jolie Bond, she needed to shoot that one that time. She could have posted up and gotten it. Get the ball inside, and that ball was just thrown over Hannah White's head.
Well, the Cats are down by 13 with 1:20 to go.
And they're right in the middle of the full court press. Cisse is trying to bring the ball across the timeline. Jazz Washington's guarding her. Now it is Cook and Jolie Bond.
They'll be happy just to...
Yeah, 59 seconds left. We're going to have to foul, and finally we do. And that is on Jazz.
Cats had some fouls to give.
Jasmine Washington, her first. Team third.
Well, the Cats have played well at times tonight. Just a few little errors, and the ball could have bounced their way, and it would have been right. Oh!
There's another one, and that one's on Crandall. And that is a fourth team foul.
You know, you look down at some of the looks those girls give each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can only imagine what they're thinking.
Cisse's trying to get the ball around, and Washington was right there, and there is the fifth foul. And that means that Cook is going to go to the line and shoot two.
Well, that's all they can do to really slow them down and hope for the best that they'll miss at the charity stripe.
54 seconds left in the ball game.
Cook with 8 points tonight.
There's her first one. It's up, and it does not go. That looked like some of my putts went around the cup and came back out, didn't it?
It won't be long. We'll be out on the golf course. The weather was nice today. It should be nice tomorrow. Then possibly some rain on Sunday evening.
Jacobs into the ball game for East Newton. And Miriam's going to sit down. Here comes the second one. It's up, and that one's good.
Cook with 9 points.
And here come the Cats.
14-point lead for the Pats. Looks like they're going to pull this one out.
Oh, nice shot that time by Jazz Washington. 40-52, 40 seconds left in the ball game.
There's the foul. Crandall just gave her a push. Larson will go to the line. Larson tonight has 5, 10, 15, 25 points.
Yeah, that is Crandall's third foul.
And Larson, John, is just a sophomore.
Yes. There's the first one. It's up and good. Yeah, so we're going to have to look. East Newton's going to have the privilege of having her for 2 more years.
Well, this whole team could come back next year.
Yeah, we're going to bring all of our seniors in, it looks like right now. And there's the second one. It's up and good, and we're going to call timeout.
Let all the seniors come in. April Barr will come in. The foreign exchange student will come in.
For the Neosho Wildcats, senior number 14, April Barr, and senior football Emma Razaki.
And hockey is in over there on the far side. And
Into the game.
East Newton is changing things. Wholesale change now with 31.4 seconds left. East Newton up by 14. Cats continue to improve. We've done a better job. We played a really good first half, Jim, and there is a 3-ball by Crandall that does not go. April Barr comes up with a rebound. That's what we talked about. And there's one by Jazz for 2.
Jazzy with 13 points in her final home game in her career.
Cats are continuing to put on the full court press. And there was
they get it across the line.
Yeah, and there's not going to be any fouls called now. And that ball's up and good. On number 3, that was Perriman. And the final score of the ball game, the Neosho Wildcats 42 and the East Newton Patriots 56. Stay tuned for the post-game show, which is brought to you by Arvest Bank. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcats Sports Network.
You found it. The ultimate car wash. The one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 PSI of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
McKay Quality Roofing is a proud supporter of KNEO Radio and the Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They're located in their offices at 811 South Neosho Boulevard. They specialize in roof removal and replacement of residential and commercial properties. In order to serve you better, they have offices in Neosho, Cassville, and Grove, Oklahoma. Call McKay Quality Roofing at 417-455-3326 for a free quote, or go online at McKayQualityRoofing.com for more information. Go Cats!
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to download the new Experience Neosho app, available for free on the Apple and Google Play Store. Your guide to eat, shop, play, and stay in Neosho, and your direct link to KNEO Wildcat Sports. Download the app, register to win weekly prizes, and listen to your favorite Wildcat sports. Good luck, Wildcats. We can't wait to hear you ring that bell.
Today's event is being supported by Banner Church of the Nazarene, located at 597 North Fork Road between Anderson and Goodman. Banner Church of the Nazarene services are Sunday school at 9:30 and family worship at 10:30. Check out their special Sunday night youth fellowship. Wednesday services begin at 7, offering adult Bible study, ladies Bible study, youth and children's services. Contact them at bannerchurch.com, 417-364-7461, or dennis@bannerchurch.com.
The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the four-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9, Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999.
It's a final. East Newton Lady Pats took it to town tonight and defeated our Lady Cats by the score of 56-42. Post-game show brought to you tonight by Arvest Bank of Neosho, where they believe in the power of serving others, whether it's from small business to agriculture, and whether you're looking for someone to help manage your mortgage or an expert in wealth management, they have you covered. You deserve a financial partner who cares and can help you reach your financial goals. Arvest Bank, always proud to call Neosho home. John, the Cats had a 1-point lead at halftime, but the Pats were fired up, a little more aggressive, and the ball just bounced their way in the second half.
Yeah, they had, as a team, 6 3-balls in the second half, and the Cats went cold a little bit, and those two things together certainly gave us the score that we ended up with, didn't it?
That it was. We were outscored 36-21 in the second half. We had a 1-point lead, 21-20 at halftime. Scoring for the Cats tonight, Jolie Bond had 2, Journey Burkhart had 13, 11 of those points coming in the first half. Jazzy Washington, 13 points, and this was her last night as a senior here, starting for the Lady Cats. Crandall had 3, a long tray. Aspen Drake had 2. Hannah White played a good ball game tonight. She has 9 points. Meanwhile, for East Newton tonight, Reinhardt had 2. Larson came in, had 27 points. She was shooting lights out in that second half. She had just 8 points in the first half. Perryman had 2. Cook had 9. Marion had 3 points. Sydney Jacobs with 2. And Lila Cisse had 11 points, and 3 of those were long trays. She was deadly from outside the arc. The Lady Pats will go on to district next week with a record of 16-10. Our Lady Cats fall to 3-23, and we take on the number 1 ranked team in the district Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock, and we're talking about the Kickapoo Chiefs. But a lot of bright spots for the Cats tonight, John. It was just not their night, but they have a uphill battle on Monday evening, and you and I and Matt will be in Republic for that ball game.
Yeah, we will, but, thinking past that just a little bit, thinking about the ball club that these Lady Cats are going to have next year, they're going to have a pretty good arsenal. I mean, Journey Burkhardt will be coming back for her senior year. Hannah White gets on the inside, and she continues to improve. Jolie Bond can hit the 3 ball on occasions, but she handles the ball pretty well, and she's not afraid to get in there and mix it up, nor is Aspen Drake. So we're going to have a ball club next year, that's for sure. Things are going to be tough, though. On Monday night, that ball game will start at 4 o'clock. Once again, because of MSHA rules and regulations, that ball game will be on the MSHA platform, and you can go to KNEO and find out exactly what the link is in order to get there, and it is pay-per-view, as will be the ball game on Tuesday night from the Neosho Wildcats at 8:30, probably a little bit later because that's the last ball game of the day, takes on the Nixa Eagles.
And be a late one. John, you better take a nap in the afternoon on Tuesday.
I'm going to take a nap on the way up there.
Well, you're going to make me drive.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to have Matt drive, and we both take naps. But anyway, we're excited about district action. Hope you are as well. Been a great year. We've had fun with the Lady Cats. You couldn't ask for a nicer bunch of young ladies and well coached, and they're still learning. And they've taken their knocks this year, but they fought hard until the very end.
Yeah, they really did. We talked about having a complete game, and that is exactly what they did. Maybe not as good the second half, but we just kept right on going. So until Monday night at 4 o'clock, for Jim, Matt, and John, we will see you next time. Until then, go Cats!
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.